everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Stalled Out.
This is our new weekly live show to make up for the lack of Ultimate while we're doing all this social distancing. I'm Mitch.
I'm Jenny.
And unfortunately...
And this is our house.
Yeah, this is our dining room, also known as the streaming room. Jeremy could not be here this week, so instead we put this lovely picture of him on our wall in memory, in memoriam. No.
I'm one of the shirtless ones, by the way. Guess which one?
Oh, that's true. Oh, I guess he is here with us. Jeremy is our third host.
Booga booga booga! And I was the second one from the left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're all buying that one.
Jeremy is joining us from his own house, as we are all obeying the rules of social distancing. And we hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe as well.
That's another goal of this show, is to show you what you can do to keep up with Ultimate during this time of social distancing. If you don't have a throwing partner, or if you don't have a workout partner, what can you do in your home, in your backyard, or maybe at a local park, depending on your local
the
rules, those things, depending on what those rules say right now. Yeah, so jumping into it, our first segment is about some exercises you can do in order to kind of improve your core strength. And it's stuff you can do quickly in your living room, as well as maybe just around your neighborhood.
Sure.
So, Jeremy, do you want to introduce our first exercise for us?
Sure thing. First off, you all have to do these things unless you're a fat handler. Hint, you're not a fat handler, because the two fat handlers are eater.
Oh.
We work hard at eating well, what can we say? So
yeah, if you're lucky, a dog will come join you.
So that's the straight up plank. You can also do a plank on each side. Jenny, were you going to demonstrate that?
Sure.
Yeah.
No. Oh, she is.
Side plank.
So you can do side planks as well.
Add a little stretch in with it.
Add a little stretch. Reach with your opposite arm. And yeah, Joe, to answer your question, about 30 seconds each. And if you're doing a core set or anything like that, you can do these in sets. So you might want to do normal plank, side plank, then switch to our next exercise, and then maybe come back to it, do 3 sets in all. So our next exercise is the Superman.
Usually hold it for a count of 5 or 6, and then slowly come back down and rest for a count of 2, and then back up and hold. So you're building all these muscles here in your lower back to counteract the strengthening of the core that you're doing as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of the other half of your core is doing your back as well. If you're going to do your abs, do your back. Otherwise, you're going to be off balance. Especially in our next exercise, which I recently started on. Don't laugh, Jeremy. Which is jogging.
Already did.
Which if you don't have a strong enough core, you can experience some back problems and some problems with your gait if you're not running properly. Forrest here runs very, very upright. Probably a sign of a very strong core. But that's our last exercise.
Again, with jogging, biking, anything that you do outside, please listen to your local authorities and the rules that are currently in place as far as getting out and exercising.
Yeah, you can't play Ultimate if you have to pay a $5,000 fine because then you can't pay all your bid fees. So follow your local regulations. The other thing you can do. What's that, Jeremy?
I was going to talk about something else we could do, but it seems like you're on it there, Captain Exercise. So go on ahead.
No, did you have anything else about exercise? Because I was going to go from strengthening our bodies to strengthening our minds.
Well, before we do all that brain work and stuff, let's go ahead and talk push-ups. One of the weird things is, as a coach, that I've noticed is a lot of people have poor form on their push-ups. So a lot of people like try to lift themselves up off the ground. Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is going to be embarrassing. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, Jeremy.
Here's a treat for the ladies. So,
he's left me in charge.
I guess we're going to switch to Mitch at some point.
What's that?
Yep, got it. You're live. So, one of the things that I'm assuming Mitch is doing here is he's not trying to lift himself up, he's trying to push the ground down. And one of the things that really does is that focuses a lot more on isometric exercise and pushing and kind of pushing, your pec muscles, which I hear are important in things like this. So when you're doing those, make sure your back's straight, make sure your whole body's straight. A lot of people will call them bad high schoolers. Try to not do that, and as a result, they end up being on JV teams and losing. So don't do that. Be good. There we go. Shoot for varsity.
There you go.
Well, so our next part, the next exercises you can do are not so much for your body as they are for your brain. And an important part of Ultimate is, of course, knowing something about the rules.
Indeed. USAU just released their new set of rules for 2020-2021. It's pretty exciting stuff. There are several updates to old rules. There are a couple of new rules. So in order to prepare yourself for the coming season, make sure you read up and know what the rules are before you step on the field.
Yeah.
I've got my rule book here. I read it every night before I go to bed.
Yep, and definitely if you think, oh, well, I've read them each year, they probably added about 3 pages of annotations this year, all in a different color, but there are clarifications to sometimes confused rules. There's new things about travel, the rules of the travel, which some of our veterans probably want to review that rule. Not looking at anybody. Rob, sorry. A little cough there. Whew.
Watch out, you may have the virus.
Hopefully not. Too close proximity.
I don't think you're allowed to travel if you have the virus.
Then there's some other things about teaching and coaching and playing you can review. So our next one is Essential Ultimate. Jeremy, you want to talk about this book?
This book is amazing. Definitely goes through kind of the ins and outs of, how to develop yourself, how to develop your throws, how to develop your cuts. Kind of a skill-based book. I actually got this book from a former host. It's not a heavy read. It's only like 70 pages, but it's so in-depth. Tina Booth, who's one of the authors of it, coached UMass to national champions, coached Amherst High School to national champions. I've been lucky enough to meet her personally. She knows her stuff. Like, top-notch, top 5 ultimate minds there is.
Okay. Cool. Well, and then do you have any other recommendations for books?
I do. So back in the 70s, there was a UCLA basketball coach called John Wood.
Maybe you've heard of him.
I hope you have. He won 88 straight basketball games with UCLA. Lived to be like 99. Super smart coach. Like this one is on leadership. Any one of his books I very highly recommend reading. He's forgotten more about sports psychology than I've ever known. just absolutely brilliant, but he's not. But the way he presents it is not necessarily intellectual. It's more kind of it's like you're getting coached from your dad. You know, just overall great book. Cannot recommend anything he's done.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that too. All right. Well, moving forward, the show is going to be kind of be formatted like this every week. Quick advice about your body, quick advice about your mind, and then some other things like Jeremy recommended talking about some of our most embarrassing sports moments. And he also volunteered to go first.
I did volunteer to go first. Um, so before we do, I prefer not to think of it as embarrassing moments as much as opportunity to improve.
Fair enough.
So mine's not an ultimate story. Mine is a wrestling story. When I was in high school, I wrestled. Quick prelude. My dad got first place in state at heavyweight, wrestled collegiately. My grandpa wrestled collegiately. Wrestling was kind of a big deal in the Yule household. So going into my sophomore year, I was third string on my weight class. And I won 2 matches, didn't lose any to other third stringers. And these people were bad. One of them on a scale of 1 to 10 was legally blind. So you take wins where you can get them. We go to varsity, or we go to junior year. I gain a whole bunch of weight so I can be in my own weight class. And I'm there. First match comes out, and I win it. So super cool, everything's great. Everyone's proud of me. Second match happens, and I did not win. Third match happens, I did not win. I can continue this joke, but it would have to be 24 more times. So that
24
year,
matches.
I went. What's
24
that?
matches.
I went 1-24. The highlight of that, there was a match where I was down by a whole lot of points. I ended up trying to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff to get back in the match, and I still lose. The point is, halfway through my crazy, I've got to throw stuff on the wall, I break the kid's arm and still lose. I lost to a kid with a broken arm. Like he was hospitalized after the freaking match. So, that season, I was the state record holder for most losses in a season.
Oh my
goodness. For 8 years. I was a state record holder. Some kid from this huge city called Fruitland in Idaho, population 7,000, beat my record. I sent him a card, like a, hey, don't worry, Slugger, life's better than this, I promise. He writes back. For like 5 years while this kid held the record, he and I wrote to each other.
Oh my gosh.
So you got a pen pal out of the deal.
I had a pen pal out of the deal until he lost his record.
Oh, wow.
Which was my record.
All right, Mitch.
That's nuts.
So that's my record.
Well, I'm trying to decide between the ultimate story and between a rugby story. I think I have to go with the ultimate one. It thematically works better. Some of you may have actually been there for this one. Jenny was. It was at Turkey Tourney, actually. Not this year, but a different year. And we're coming off of our bye, and some of you who've been to Turkey Tourney know there's some consumption of beverages on the sideline. And so we were all enjoying our bye, and we get in this game, and we play the only other team who has consumed more beverages than we have. Which means that, in polite terms, we were stomping them. And we back them up into the end zone, and I, out of nowhere, caught my first Callahan ever. And, well, I lost my mind. I did a lap of the field. I was so excited. Threw the disc, whole 9 yards. And somewhere in the group hive mind that was the other 9 members of the team, without communicating, they said, we're going to convince Mitch he didn't do that. And I was like, no. I know, I've had a couple beverages, but I know I caught a Callahan. And everybody on the team was like, no, Brad Smith caught that Callahan. Brad Smith got the Callahan today.
Brad Smith had an awesome Callahan.
Yeah,
jerky.
just an amazing Callahan. Okay. Yeah, all right, guys. I know I did it. Well, some time passes. We're on our way home from dinner at the end of the day. And finally, I text one of my teammates, who I trust quite a bit, and I say, hey.
Which is unfortunate.
I know I caught that Callahan, right? Like, that wasn't Brad. I know I caught that. Phone dings. Teammate reaches in their pocket, and they go, we got him! And everybody starts celebrating because I got sold out, that I got convinced that it wasn't my Callahan. And I felt shame the rest of the night. It was not pleasant.
That's a great story. One of my favorites.
Oh, because Jenny was in on it. Oh, my. Well, Jenny...
That rules.
Yeah, Jeremy was unfortunately not there for that. We can only have one fat handler on a team at a time, especially when the roster is limited.
Oh, that's... On the contrary. I don't think tossing them off shows that's not true.
Oh, that's true. Well, we also had a Florida handler on the line who just dominated, so...
True.
Dominated my...
Shout out to Emily.
Yep. I was saying Tom Bobango. Him and his giant muscles and that tiny tank top.
Anyway. My most embarrassing story.
What is your most embarrassing story, Jenny?
The year is 2016. I traveled to Santa Monica to a little tournament called Layout. Perhaps you've been there, perhaps you've heard of it. It's a beach tournament on the beautiful California shore. We went, I was playing with some lovely folks out of Kansas City, and we had a team rule that weekend that if you threw a Callahan, you had to run into the ocean. The ocean's like 50 degrees in January in Southern California. You have to run to the ocean screaming, I'm sorry. You guys can see where this is going. I threw my first and only Callahan so far. There's still lots of time. I threw a Callahan. I took off running. We're playing at the fields closest to the hotel, and the beach is like half a mile wide at Santa Monica. So I'm sprinting across like 8 fields the whole time screaming, I'm sorry. The whole way. Game stopped to watch me go by. And I run down to the water and I jump in the water and it's so cold. I can't breathe.
Oh, no.
And so then I'm like trying to jog my way back. I'm exhausted from running in the sand. I'm soaking wet. I'm very cold. And everybody's slow clapping as I make my way back to the
Oh, no.
It was awesome.
Oh, no. Wow. That, Jeremy, I think she's got us on these.
So in future shows, unless you want to listen to more of our embarrassing stories, we're asking you guys to help us input some content. So if you have exercises you want to share, if you have cool ideas of things you've been doing to keep busy during this quarantine period, if you have...
It doesn't have to be Ultimate related.
Doesn't have to be Ultimate related.
Nope. We built a raised bed garden because...
We did.
Why not?
But we want to hear from you guys. Tell us how you're surviving this weird period of history. Tell us what you're looking forward to for the coming Ultimate season. We'll keep you guys posted on things that are happening in the Knoxville Ultimate community. Hopefully when we can hear back about when we might start playing again, you'll be the first to hear it here.
Yep. So if you have anything, you can comment on this video. Hold off on subscribing for now. We're going to actually be moving over to an official Knoxville Ultimate channel next week. So hold off for now. But feel free to comment on the video or send us your ideas, pictures, videos. If you want to videotape yourself doing an exercise,
Sure.
send all that to knoxmixed@gmail.com. So KNOXMIXED @gmail.com. That'll be the email address we're checking for new content, stuff like that. But also feel free to comment on the video. Let us know how we're doing. And yeah, give us your ideas. We'd love to hear them.
Also, quick update: Joe Hatton, who was on that wrestling team with me, is working from home and working on getting Fall League photos posted. So, and finally, for my buddy Bucky, Bruce Gang. Soldier Boy, tell him.